Hey everyone, Robin here. Welcome to the Good Place Bench. I'm joined here by Rudy. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Awesome. And we're part of the Outdoor Office Day, uh, hosted this year in Amsterdamse Bos. Um, it's a beautiful day, sunny, and I'm here to interview sustainable leaders, as they call them, and find out about all these great initiatives, but also their efforts to make, yeah, this place a good place. So, Rudy, thanks for joining in. Tell us a bit more about who you are, where you're from, and yeah, what's that initiative you're working on?
I'm uh, I'm Rudy van der Aar. I currently live in Witharen near Ommen.
Okay.
It's a small, is it a village? No, yeah, it's a village, I think, near Zwolle. Today, coincidence, I'm here just to have a walk in the forest because I have to work at a primary school. I'm an environmental teacher for how many years? Maybe 8 years already.
Okay.
I decided to do that after a bike trip with my best friend, a bike trip to Mecca 8 years ago. And during that bike trip, I just realized I had to do something with the subject sustainability and teaching and children and all combined. And I end up being an environmental teacher. So now I'm doing that, I'm a weekly base in Amsterdam.
Cool.
Recently moved to Ommen because there we started the first Islamic retreat and nature center in the Netherlands.
The first.
The first,
Okay.
called Fahm Home. Fahm means understanding in Dutch begrip, and Home stands for House of Muslims in Europe. And what we do is we offer workshops, retreats. We host events when it's a festive day. Kids come and with their parents to join the environment and do some activities in the forest, basically on our land. And while doing that, they understand more how they can be part of the environment, the local environment, and also how to treat it better. And that's what we're doing, basically. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Like as well, I love the name and the meaning behind it. Um, and as a going back to your role as environmental teacher, what what is your drive behind it? What do you like to teach kids then?
That nature is everywhere and that they're part of the whole, as you would say. That they just be in touch with an ant or a bee or something similar or a plant, and that is very easy to connect with and to understand why it's growing, what's the benefit, but also to enjoy it and also at the end also protect it.
Mm.
Because my drive during that bike trip I just told you about, we saw so much beautiful things, but also some very bad things, as in pollution and litter on the grounds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And even here in Netherlands, the problem is the same, unfortunately, with a lot of litter on the streets and people not connected with their environment and also don't understand, what a worm is or something similar or something simple like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Just curious, how long did you take your trip to Mecca? How long did you take?
It was about 2 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
to get to Mecca.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, besides informing kids about the importance of environment and nature, what tools do you give them to do something or act?
Tools is a hard thing to explain, but it's more the experience, I would say. Sometimes I also take the kids to the forest and then do a silent walk, for example, with the whole group. And then, of course, in the beginning, that is very, very, very difficult for a lot of kids to be quiet. But then, yeah, just practice, and then actually it's only 10 minutes, and then at the end it goes very well, and then they really use their senses. So they smell things, they see and hear things, and funny enough, it's actually not very funny, but sometimes I also have kids living maybe 50 minutes from a forest, and they've never been there. Well, how old they are? Maybe like 10 or 9 years old.
How
And
come?
probably the parents, they don't like to become dirty or something, or see mud or small. They are afraid of worms. uh, Last month, for example, there were like maybe 9 out of 40 kids never been to the forest, and the first exercise or assessment was to just find small insects. Like, no, ew, disgusting. And but after 10 minutes, they were like, yo, a worm, meester, worm. So, and then, yeah, mission completed. And then hopefully they come often. And then, yeah, for their future, hopefully they just, yeah, understand a bit more how nature works and how important it is. Yeah.
So maybe kids will inspire their parents to go to nature instead.
Hopefully, hopefully.
That would be amazing. And regarding that retreat, right? It's very, of course, very specific. It's very niche. Why is that why the Muslim community? And of course, what's the insight there in bringing them to nature more?
Why the Muslim community is that because we felt there was a big need for it.
Okay.
To have a place where they could go back to nature, indeed, as in, yeah, out of the cities, and just, yeah, relax and feel more connected. And during the retreats, yeah, they do exercises to become more connected with the schepping, the creation.
Yeah.
Sorry, creation. Because there are a lot of verses, for example, in the Quran that is talking about nature. For example, the bee. It's about trees, about, yeah, a lot of animals and plants, but they often don't understand why it's there. And, yeah, during those courses we also explain and let them experience how important it is to feel connected to this first, but also how to implement it in your daily life. And then, yeah, they feel a relief, and then they get more energy, and then they go back to the city, busy life, and then that's actually the essence of it. But for the kids also, yeah, they just wanted their own space where they don't feel as a guest, just their own space where they can be safe and be unapologetically Muslim in this case. Yeah.
And for how long have you been running this, and how the experience has been so far?
We started it in October last year. The idea was already very, going a long time in our heads, especially for personally, with my best friend who I back to Mecca with. We just wanted to plot land to invite the kids over and do the activities there instead of going everywhere. And Fahm, the foundation institute already, they were all doing retreats already, but they were always a guest at a certain place, a place where they had to, for example, remove the Buddha images, for example, when they did their courses there. They just wanted their own space in nature, but needed a building, and we needed actually not per se a building, but the nature, so we were combined forces. Unfortunately, my friend passed away 2 years ago, who I went to Mecca with.
Oh, sorry.
But then I found out I had, a big also, how I say it, similarities with the foundation. So we just continue working, and then we looking, and end up in Oma. So it was very blessed to find a place affordable as well. We had to sold our house, but that's fine.
Okay.
But
Everything
we did
for the mission.
It's for the mission. Also did a crowdfunding, and now we're running it, and very.
You also live there.
We also live there now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, Rudy, what a meaningful project you have there as well. Can you also join when you're non-Muslim?
Of course. Of course.
Okay, good.
Yeah. The place is open for everyone. There are specific courses you can apply for. If you feel comfortable, you can just join, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Not necessarily need to be Muslim. And on a daily basis, just if you want to visit, contact us and just come and see what's there.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I might bring my kids, you know?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think one is a bit too small. But yeah, one day. There's a lot of layers in your story. I mean, your friend, with the foundation. How would you define the mission you're at? Like, Yeah, just invite us to your own.
Divine. Ooh, good one. Very good one. Um,
Or purpose, whatever you want to call
yeah, the purpose is just it's just very simple. We as believers in this case, in this case myself as a believer, see a big responsibility to pass on our lands, our knowledge to the next generation. But I just see a big gap between spiritual, but also like how say it, yeah, mental connection with the environment very broadly. Um, and also I see a big gap between sustainability and our beliefs, in this case the Islam. Although Islam is very clear about how to be a khalifa, and it's a Arabic term for a steward, rentmeester in Dutch, to take care of your environment, not to damage it, not to, and that's just, yeah, the purpose of this initiative is also, bring the people back to their essence of life, It's not about career, it's not about, making big money, it's about connection, your mental and spiritual connection, yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah. For yourself and I think your surrounding,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe Rudy? What is a good place to you?
A good place in general. A good place for me is a place where there is lots of green, like this, trees and plants, lovely people, different kind of people, understanding, coexistence. Yeah, basically peace, a peaceful place. And I think 90% of humanity wants that, I think. Only 10% doesn't, and that those, yeah, you can see now, are fighting. So, unfortunately, but yeah, that's a good place for me. Yeah.
Is Oman a good place?
Where?
Oman?
Perfect place.
Perfect place.
Perfect place.
Have to change the sign to perfect.
Perfect. No, it's nice. It's very peaceful. Lots of forest and green, and yeah. But here as well, if you just open your eyes, you can see this big tree and see how old it is, and yeah, be amazed about it. Like wow, so beautiful. Yeah,
It's also you need to look.
you have to need to look. Use your senses, and you see, smell, hear things, and don't focus only on the ground, mostly the asphalt or the stones. But you see up and then see, oh yeah, this tree, for example, probably survived 2 generations and saw more things than you ever will see in your life. So be aware of that. Yeah.
I think that's a nice, very closing statement. Thank you so much, Rudy.
You're
Wishing you all the luck with the great, with teaching the kids, but also with the retreat. And I'm gonna look it up, and I'm also gonna add it below so people, when watching it,
Check the link.
check the link below. Thanks everyone for a wonderful day here during Outdoor Office Day. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Rudy, and yeah, watch out for the next one coming up. All the best. Take care.
Ciao.